It's estimated about 50% of US adults are walking around with high blood pressure, and we fear that's even greater. Depending on which library we collect the data from, we have some libraries that are showing people about 40% of adults that sit in the machines have high blood pressure, and we have some as high as 70% in some of our libraries. High blood pressure oftentimes doesn't present with any symptoms. So it's really important that we start to identify that before people need more serious interventions like medications or stroke or other health complications.
So I took that first reading in October and got the extremely high one. Turns out for that first reading, I had a reading of 225 over 119. For the next 4 months, I would take it once or twice a month. Every single time I would get that warning from the machine, and I decided to go to the hospital, and immediately in the triage center, they saw my readings and leapt into action.
We put blood pressure kiosks, also known as the Higgy machines, into libraries that are in the greatest zip codes for greatest need and lack of access to healthcare. In addition to the Higgy blood pressure kiosks, we also catalog blood pressure devices that are clinically validated. So if people sit in the Higgy machine, for instance, and identify that they have an elevated reading, they can then check out devices and take those home and continue to track and look for patterns when they go home. In addition to those resources, we bring in experts that provide education on nutrition, physical activity, how to incorporate healthy behaviors into their day-to-day lives. So we're not just helping them identifying the problem, we're giving them tools to be successful and fix the problem. They can check books out from the library, maybe on the Mediterranean diet or whatever works for them. We also hand out some amazing materials, portion plates, resistance bands, so that people can take those things home and be successful when they leave the library.
I think it's a good lesson for my kids too, and that's why it's important to stay on top of things. So it's been a great tool for staff and for our community members alike to come and use and just make sure they're staying on top of things.